All right, first grade, we're going to be drawing some pumpkins today. And I just want to show you, this is a real pumpkin, so I just want to show you the lines or the little creases inside the pumpkin. So notice how the creases curve with the pumpkin. So the curves on this side of the pumpkin curve this way, and then they go the opposite way on the opposite side. All right, so remember that when we are drawing our pumpkins today. The ones that are straight in front of you are pretty straight, but then they curve with the curve of the pumpkin, and they go the opposite ways on each side. And then look at the stem, how cool that is. There's all these different colored lines in it. I think that's pretty cool. So let me come over here and show you guys how we're gonna draw our pumpkins. All right, so first we're gonna start with the shape of our pumpkin, and you guys can turn your paper any way you want. I'm gonna do mine this way today, or actually I'm gonna do it this way. And so they're gonna be a little flat at the bottom, just a little bit, not too much. And then we're just gonna do our circle. Try to make your pumpkin take up as much room as it can. And again, it's fine if it's not a perfect circle like this, because most pumpkins are not a perfect circle. I'm going to do a little kind of a rectangle shape for my stem. And then I'm going to start doing my curved lines for the creases in your pumpkin. So again, this curve goes this way on this side of the pumpkin. So my curve for my crease is going to follow that same curve, just like this. All right, and I'll do it a couple times. And then now I need one straight, because you're kind of straight in front of you. Once you do that straight line in the middle, you're going to flip your curves the opposite way. So now they're following this side of the pumpkin. So I'm going to do a curve going that way and a curve going this way. And there is your pumpkin. Now, we don't want a pumpkin that's floating in the air. So you're going to go up a little bit on the side of your pumpkin and draw a line. That's going to be kind of the table that your pumpkin's sitting at. All right, and now your pumpkin looks like it's sitting on a table. Once you guys have this done, you guys can use your oil pastels to start coloring it. So if we were looking at a real live pumpkin, the light is going to be shining down on the pumpkin right here. So up here is going to be lighter than down here. Down here is where your shadow is going to be. So we'll do that part last. We're going to save the black oil pastels for the very last part. We're going to start with the lightest color. So we're going to start with a little bit of yellow just to add some little highlights to our pumpkin up here since the light is showing. And I'm just going to do lines going down just like this. All right. And then you can come back with your orange. And you might have to take some of the paper off your oil pastel if you need a little more. Just kind of tear it off. There you go. All right, so now I can color the rest of mine orange and put a little bit of orange up here. That orange and yellow will kind of blend together a little bit. It just gives it a little more brightness up at the top to make it look like the light's shining down. Because we are trying to make a still life. You guys have been talking about still lifes in class. A still life is an artwork that you usually look at an object that's still and then try to draw it. So if I was in person right now, we'd be looking at our pumpkin and trying to draw that way, looking at it, but I'm not there, so we're gonna do it this way. All right, and you don't worry about coloring in the whole thing. We're gonna do something next time you guys come back to art class. We'll do something to fill in all those little white spaces. I'll show y'all next time. All right, I'm gonna color in the little stub of the pumpkin, and I'm going to use brown and green just to give it a little texture. Okay, now I am ready for the black part. So remember, you're saving the black lines for last. You're going to go over all your outlines of your pumpkin and all your pencil lines. Just go right back over everything you did in pencil with your black oil pastel. Then everything kind of pops out. If you do the black first, it's just going to smear everywhere and it won't look as good. So save the black for last. All right, I also can't forget my tabletop lines. All right, now it's time for the background. So you guys either use blue or purple, okay? Because we kind of want it some dark colors since it's Halloween. We're going to be a little bit darker colors. So either your blue or your purple, just color all the way around your pumpkin, all the way down to your table. We're just going to color that whole thing in. And also over here. Don't forget that part. So again, blue or purple for your background. That's it. No other choices. You'll see next time. We're going to add some more to it next time. All right. And it's okay if you don't get it all the way colored in. And then I'm going to do brown on my table. So color your whole table brown. Now, one more part with our black. We need to add the shadow for our pumpkin. So that's just the part where your pumpkin is sitting on the table. We're just going to add a little bit of shadow. So it gives it more of that 3D kind of feel. And like it's actually sitting there. All right. And there is our pumpkin. So again, next time we're going to add some more to this. I'll show you what we do next time. But take your time. Make sure it looks really good because these will go in the hallway. All right, guys, have fun.